I'm going to talk about interventionism policies. In the IV guide says, discuss the strengths and limitations of interventionism policies. I'm going to talk about first with the strengths. The general strengths are correcting market failure, investments in human capital, provision of infrastructure, prevention of a stable macroeconomic economy, redistribution income, industrial policies, and finally provision of a social safety net. The education is involved in human capital and because of the government intervention. And it says that when a nation educates its child, then the nation's human capital is improved and they are more likely to grow up to become a produced member of the workforce, contributing the production of goods and services that benefits the fellow citizens, paying taxes that can in turn be used to provide more educations to future generations. Without these interventions, only the most richest members of a society are able to improve their human capital to a higher standard of living. With social safety nets, I could say that the social insurance is another area of the economy that would be inefficient without this government intervention. The social insurance includes that systems that transfer the risk of any individual becoming unemployment, disabled, or retiring without an income to society as whole. The countries with the highest level of human development tend to have a strong and stable system of social safety net. Another thing is the infrastructure. In a nation's infrastructure includes more than its roads and railways. Although such capital goods are also necessarily for nations to achieve economic development. Infrastructure includes telecommunications, transportation, and utilities such as sewage, running water, electricity, and gas. Without government subsidies to provide this money for the providers of these goods will be provided a broad range of goods and services with a significant positive externalities. And the last strength that that I will say is the sustainability in economic. It gives employment and reasonable balances of trade. Now I'm going to talk about limitations. General limitations are excessive bureaucracy, poor planning, and corruption. The corruption, abuse of public offices for private gain. Finally, we have the excessive bureaucracy. It says that the administrative structure of an organization involving rules that determines how the organization functions, which means too many rules in government produces inefficiency.